First up, let's get you more on the latest that we're tracking. Another military-level talk between India and China. This will be the third round of the talks between both sides, and they are likely to begin at around 10:30 a.m. in Chushul on the Indian side tomorrow. These talks come at a time when sources have suggested that there has been disengagement in a few areas. Let's go across to both my colleagues Shravan and Tejinder, tracking more. Major Gaurav Arya, our consulting editor, also joining me in our studios today. Shravan, I want to come to you first. These talks are ongoing at a time when there is a great suspicion over China's true intentions. Tell us more of what you're picking up, of what India hopes to achieve from the third military level talk.
Well, Shivani, if I may say so, this is many more to come. This is not just going to end here. There are going to be much more talks that are going to take place. That too at a local level, commander level talks that are going to take place because there are unresolved issues. And there are several places that we are talking about. The North Bank in itself remains one major bone of contention where not much really has been worked out on the ground itself. And that remains the biggest bone of contention where the Chinese have basically refused to budge. And that has been a predominant factor in almost all the talks that have taken place, the first two rounds of talks that actually took place. But what is very significant here is the venue where this talk is actually going to take place. This is going to take place on the Indian side in Chushul, in contrary to what we have seen in the past where the previous talks took place in Moldo. Now, with regards to the agenda in itself, one, of course, the places that the PLA troops had reoccupied after 15th June, that becomes one part of the agenda. That this entire disengagement process that you're talking about, which we've already looked at least 3 to 4 places, these are places that were once again reoccupied by the Chinese PLA troops. What's going to be important is take the disengagement plan beyond that. Secondly, unresolved areas with regards to the North Bank itself. There's been very little movement on that front at all. So that is the reason why we were told that this was not really discussed at length in the previous military level talks that took place. So hence, North Bank would be one major bone of contention, which is going to be a part of this entire third meeting, the third military level talks that are going to take place. And thereafter, also, you would have the commander level talks that are going to take place. But yes, certainly there has been, what I've picked up from my sources is that there have been some amount of commitment that has been shown by the Chinese also, with reduction in the troop in certain areas and also vehicles that have been moved back to the depth area.
Absolutely. Now, obviously, both countries have to sit on the table. They have to thrash out their differences. And while this time, of course, the tensions have risen to a level that we haven't seen in recent times, Tejinder, these talks are imperative. But how confident or how happy is the Indian side with the kind of adjustments or, the kind of commitment that China has been showing so far? Because the problem that is happening is the first round happened, then Galwan happened, the second round happened, then they have come out and claimed all of Galwan Valley. They are making unilateral claims on, there is a build-up in Pangong So Lake area as well. So India must be very cautious at this stage, isn't it?
Shivani, you rightly said that caution is the key word right now in all what is going on in the line of actual control between India and China. But what we have been told by our top sources in the army is that though this would be the third round of talks between Corps Commander Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, who is the Corps Commander of a Leh-based 14 Corps of the Army, will be participating from the Indian side. But yes, this is just the beginning. This is what the sources are telling us, that there will be more such talks that would be held in the future to resolve this long pending dispute between both the sides. Though right now we don't expect any outcome from this dialogue, but yes, this would lay a foundation for future dialogues. Shivani, if you remember last time when the dialogues were held between the Corps Commander level of both the sides, the Chinese side did not act on all the commitments which they made. It was the Chinese side which had violated all the 5 agreements that were signed between the PLA and the Indian Army to maintain peace and tranquility on the line of actual control between both the nations. But it is the Chinese side which has been regularly violating all those agreements. Last time when the Corps Commander Lieutenant General Harinder Singh met his counterpart in Moldo, he clearly told the Chinese counterpart that they need to abide by the agreement and move to the places where they used to
Precisely.
be before the month of April. The Indian side has been
so
clearly
precisely.
maintaining
Now, since that is the
we want
situation
status
that
quo
we
ante.
have been
Yes,
dealing
Shivani.
with, Tejinder, I just want to go across to Major Gaurav Arya as well. There has been some talk, Major, that, we cannot, the rules of engagement, they were being talked about with China are going to change. Now, talks have to happen. We do accept that, and we do understand that. But how do you read the current situation? Because there is also a suspicion that China continues to keep us embroiled in talks while it continues to do what it is doing at the LAC.
Shivani, when you say that the rules of engagement will be changed, the rules of engagement have been changed long ago. It is just that India does not realize it yet. Now, you signed all these agreements, 1996, you signed 2005, and other agreements also. A total of 5 agreements have been signed. Where are those agreements today? When two nations sign an agreement, there is an overt understanding that both of us, honorable nations, will abide by this understanding.
Do you get a sense, Gaurav, from
Yes.
China that they want some result out of these talks?
No.
Do they want to abide by those agreements?
No.
Because if you look at what they have done so far, it doesn't seem so.
What I think, and I could be totally wrong here, but I'll still say it, and I'll put my neck out and say this, I think China is waiting for winters to set in. They will keep on postponing it till the end of September, then winters will set in, and China will try and fortify its bases there, whatever it has, and then it will try to encroach into Indian territory. Now, they were not there earlier. They were a little back. They have come bang in front. And as latest satellite images show that they're bang on the line of actual control. Now, Shivani, what is going to happen is Chinese will procrastinate. They will push it back for a while, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. All this Lieutenant General, Corps Commander level talks will keep on happening. And one fine day, they'll say that winter has set in. And Chinese mean to take our territory. Let's be very clear. The past agreements that have been signed have zero value for the Chinese. They've thrown away those agreements. Now, we want to convince ourselves that, okay, let's talk. Let's keep on engaging with the Chinese. It's good. It's good in a diplomatic sense. But the soldier...
But at the same time,
yes.
Gaurav, I don't think that we are being completely fooled by it. That's not the the intention of my question here. Because I think India is very aware of what the build-up is. And they're also mirroring that build-up. So while the
Absolutely.
talks must go on, at the same time, I think, with our presence there and our saying no, that we are not going to stop our infrastructure build-up and etc., we have also stared them back in the eye. But yes, as far as talks are concerned, the big question continues to be if they are ever going to be successful.
Shivani, I don't think so. You can talk all you want. I'm saying so because you've talked in the past, you've signed agreements.
Yeah.
The Chinese have torn up those agreements. Now, what do you hope will happen in the future? You'll again have talks with the Chinese. You'll again sign an agreement. They'll again tear it up and throw it away. I'm talking from past experience. I'm not future looking and crystal glazing and saying that, maybe that will happen. No, I'm not analyzing anything. I'm just saying that here is a country that has violated every single agreement you signed with them.
Precisely.
So can you trust them? I say no.
So, yeah, exactly. There cannot be a trust after the kind of backstabbing that has happened. So, in other ways, the only way to really measure up to China is to continue to build yourself and bolster yourself up while continuing to be on the table.
Absolutely, Shivani. There is no other way. China respects strength. You talk, Chinese will never respect it. But if they know that you can hit back very badly and you have every intent and intention to hit back. A lot of people in India, Shivani, I'll just take 30 seconds and tell you. A lot of people in India say, does India have the capability to hit back? My doubt is not in our capability. My doubt is in our intent. So for any operation to be successful, you need intent and capability. Right? We have the capability. Do we have the intent? That is the question.
All right. Well, the third round of the Corps Commander level talks are going to happen on the Indian side tomorrow in Chushul. And we all will, of course, continue to get you the latest. A big thanks to my colleagues Shravan, Tejinder and Gaurav.